There are only a couple of events each year in the off-campus student housing industry that bring all of the industry leaders together. The National Multifamily Housing Council's annual Student Housing Conference is the longest-running conference for the industry. 2024 marks the 21st year for this conference and is being held October 7th through the 9th at the Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the premier event for student housing professionals, bringing together leaders from all facets of the sector, including owners and operators, investors, lenders, and university partners. The conference features the industry's best and brightest minds all at one event, delivering the knowledge, tools, programs, and connections necessary for leaders to shape their future success and the future of our industry. So who are some of the folks attending this year's conference? Let's meet one of them right now. So Dean and Holly, I hear you guys are going to Vegas.
That's the plan. It's going to be fun, I hope. Usually is.
Well, it's way better than a couple times in the years past with this with the NMHC conference. It's been in Florida or it's been in New Orleans, and it's gotten rained out by a hurricane or whatever, and so I think we'll be pretty safe in Vegas. I don't think we'll have to deal with any October hurricanes.
That's right. Yeah, definitely no hurricanes in the desert for sure.
Well, Dean, Smarter Furnishings, you guys are a supplier partner for Student Housing Insight. Want to thank you guys for doing that with us this year. You're going to be a sponsor for our Top Golf event that we've got going on out in Vegas. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But hey, for the folks that have never heard about Smarter Furnishings, can you give us a little bit of an elevator pitch as to what it is that you guys do, and maybe a little bit on how you guys do it as well?
Absolutely. And so, first of all, I'll pitch the ball to Holly here pretty soon, and she has a lot to say as well. But really, this is not a new concept for us. We've been doing this for 20. Really, our company's been doing this over 30 years. I'll talk to a very young property manager, just this or several of them this past summer, but one particular, it was her first turn. And I felt really old. Well, she said, "Well, how many turns have you done?" I'm like, 27. I've done more turns than how old she was. We were far from the new kids on the block for sure. But, as far as an elevator pitch, or for lack of better terms, I really do always try to stress to people. I think what I hear from our customers that they appreciate the most is that we are truly a turnkey solution. We're not just order takers. I mean, when we try to know our customers in such a way where we produce the product, we inventory the product, we warehouse the product, we ship the product on time. And what's really changed lately, we've always had installations, but the installation service part of our business is increased exponentially. And I mean, 200 or 300%. We used to do installations that were, the $400,000 or $500,000 orders, and that still exists. But we are doing dozens and dozens of installations for $50,000 and $60,000 orders, and that has been, I think, one of the biggest benefits that we've given our customers is being a turnkey solution all the way down to when the last piece of furniture is in the unit.
Yeah. Well, and I mentioned to you right, before we hit record on this. I used you guys on a project that we were doing, just a small conversion of, I think it was like 8 3-bedroom units or something.
That's right.
In Georgia, and we made the order back in February, March, or whatever. All that came in on time, and we forgot some additional mattresses that we needed, not once but twice. And after the delivery was already made, and you guys were able to make it, all in between turn. And I know that's not the way you guys like doing it, but it was incredible to see that you guys were capable of doing it. So thank you on behalf of my client for that.
Now, hey, as you mentioned that, I won't go on and on about this, but most people who are outside our circle of influence, our regular clients, they are surprised about how much inventory we keep in stock. Yeah. And as far as part of the elevator pitch, I'll throw that out there too. At times we have up to $2 million worth of inventory. some of the lowest parts of our year, we'll have maybe $400,000 of inventory. So, and especially those bread and butter items that people do need at the last minute, beds and chests and dressers and sofas, chairs, things like that. So I will throw that in there too. Before I go any further, I do want to just let Holly introduce herself. She's not that new, but she's a lot newer than me, as you could probably tell the way she looks. And I have children her age now, so it's making me feel really old. But Holly, you mind telling the folks a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Like Dean said, I'm not new, but I'm kind of new. This is my first time in Las Vegas, so I'm really excited about that. I started with Smarter Furnishings. What has it been, like 3 years now? So
That's right.
I feel like that's not new, but maybe I guess if you're under the 5 year mark, that's kind of new, right?
I
But
just
I
can't
have,
believe you've been in the furniture industry for 3 years and haven't gotten to Vegas yet.
oh, tell me about that. What's up with that?
Well,
Uh,
I mean, Andreas with kind of a sister, arm of you guys, NDC. We'll talk about that in a minute. I feel like every 6 weeks he's back out in Vegas.
that's why Holly hadn't got to go.
But needless to say, I'm super excited to meet, the developers that are attending, management companies attending. And I do want to add a little bit to what Dean said about the history of our company. Just from my side, I know Dean, he's, managing partner, but I think where I fall, I am business development. And so I do get to work face to face on the customer side, as well as Dean does. But I think, along with our service, our exceptional service that we have to offer, I think that it is so important, just our partnerships that we have and executing that efficiently. And what I mean by that is there really is a difference in having a relationship with somebody that's transactional, but really the difference is really wanting your clients and customers to succeed. And I really do think that's what we do well at Smarter Furnishings. So I just wanted to add that little tidbit there before we get going.
Yeah, yeah. So, let's talk a little bit about. I mentioned NDC, which is something you guys, brought out at Interface. I think that's been going on for a while, but it was something that you guys were really showcasing there. Uh, As we're moving now into a new academic cycle, and people are starting thinking about development deals that they've got coming out, in the next couple of years, and kind of gearing up for that. Is there anything new that you guys are kind of pushing out or introducing at this conference?
Yeah, I'll try not to. I'll try to keep it succinct because really there's two pretty consequential things. You mentioned NDC, our sister company, and because we really do, they're a completely separate company, and yet we really work. Sisterhood is the right words, but we work hand in hand together. You mentioned Andreas, one of the lead people for NDC. So he's really pushing the cabinet portion of that business. And it really is trying to round out more and more of a turnkey solution,
Hmm.
having less vendors on a project and giving the developer or the owner more buying power through all of it. And so, really, just that NDC portion of that, we have made a big splash, frankly, into the hotel business. And that's not that unrelated to what we're talking about because there's some crossover buying
Absolutely.
between that. So, just want to mention that that's been the most exponential part of our growth as far as from a product standpoint is the hotel portion of our business. Cabinets are darn close second. The only thing I'll say this a little bit more directly related to the smarter furnishing side that is new is and really is so new we haven't even released it yet. We have had a ton of our clients for I don't know 5-7 years or so asking us to be more of a solution provider for not only the unit furniture that we've done for 30 years,
Hmm.
but the public space, the amenities, which
Yeah.
is a huge part of the development piece of that. And frankly, we've heard it's a nightmare for developers because there's six vendors, to do four lobbies and six study halls. And so we have come up with a ultra comprehensive solution for all the lobby space. I mean, our goal is if you're building an apartment complex or a building or high rise, mid rise, whatever, that we have a competitive solution for every part of that floor space. And we had one test case with a project in Syracuse, and it went fantastic. And so
Cool.
we're gonna release this really soon in the next few weeks. And Holly's a big part of that.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I'm excited about it just as much as Dean is, but I think our whole company is excited and our clients. I mean, I think it will make a big splash, in what we do, especially with consolidating with vendors and things such as that. But it's always exciting to get new product out there. So that's what I'm most looking forward to.
Well, cool. Well, hey, let's get into the fun part of the conversation. Let's talk about what the plans are for Vegas. I mentioned earlier, you guys are sponsoring the Top Golf Mixer that we're doing on Tuesday night. And if you're an owner or operator, we're hosting this for you guys. So if you haven't got an invite from me already, all of my information is going to be in the show notes. So shoot me an email and I'll make sure that you get an RSVP link for that. But in addition to Top Golf, and I guess I've got to throw it immediately to Holly since this is, her first time. You've got to be researching, things that you're going to want to go take a look at or places you want to eat. I've got to imagine.
I'm the least prepared. Other people's trips, but my trips, not so much. So if anyone would like to spam my email, please send me places to eat and things to do.
Hey, well, my daughter could give Holly some help. She's only 18 and she's been to Vegas way too many times to be her age. And so she can tell you the best donut shops and the most expensive shoes to buy. So she can text you later. But it'd be worth any owner operator to come to the Top Golf event just to watch me play golf because I'm that bad. I'm that bad. So it'll be comic relief.
And you guys are sponsoring our Skybox this year. We didn't have that last year, so it's kind of a enlarged bay that I think we can get like 15, 20 people in it. So there's got to be some shenanigans that I think everybody's going to be up to in the Skybox for sure. So looking forward to that. Well, hey, like I mentioned, my contact information is going to be in the show notes. We've got your contact information, so if anybody wants to set up, a meeting in advance or at the event, they can do that there. I think you guys have also got a calendar link that we'll post at the end of the video as well. So before we wrap it up here, any other thoughts for our audience?
I mean, we do want to know that we're, be looking for our email, looking for whether you're an existing client, whether we've had some interaction in the past. Lots of people have been to our websites lately. We're all going to be reaching out to you. We'd love to get to know you, meet you more for the people we don't know. We hope it's also a great reunion for our existing clients. And so in either case, just be on the lookout for us if you would.
Yeah, super excited. Like Dean said, we definitely will be reaching out. So I will be sending out some emails to schedule some meetings. Feel free to click on our link, go to our website, check us out, and we're excited to see you in Vegas.
Hey, somebody needs to take Holly to the roulette table for the first time.
I'll be there. I'll make sure our videographer comes as well. So
she'll be there at 4 a.m.
It is one of those things that if you don't have somebody that can pull you away, you'll be there all night. So, well, guys, thanks so much, and we'll see you in Vegas.
I appreciate it, Wes. Take care. Bye now.
Take care.